And for today's video, we're going to discuss reasons why you should quit your job today, leave, just clock out. It's time to go. Look, tired, you're flabbergasted, you're flustered, whatever it is, and you want to leave, but you're kind of like, my ego and my pride. And we're gonna see if this job is just causing you so much headache where it's affecting your business. And let's see if we just need to quit it. If your 9-to-5 job is stressing you out, and if it's not a forever job and you know you're going to be leaving it eventually, and you have the savings, we got to really just discuss if you want to be there. Because even if they're giving you extra money and you're just like me at the time when I'm 21, 22, I just want to make money, that's gonna kill you mentally. You're not gonna want to do that for the rest of your life. You're not gonna want to stress yourself out just making money everywhere you can if you are exhausted mentally and you can't really produce in your entrepreneur field, in your area of business, right? So let's just be real. Let's sit back, enjoy the show, and yeah, I'm here for you. The first reason why you want to quit your job is that you're being overworked and underpaid. What the It's not nice. Treat me right, treat me good, whatever that, but like that's like the worst thing that can happen. When I was working at one of the jobs that I had that was 9-to-5, it was my first job and it was a retail job, and F them. I can't stand them. I was working so hard, clothing store or like a restaurant, and you're like really putting in the effort. If you're one of those people watching and you're gonna feel me on this, you're like, oh my God, I am busting my butt. I am shining for your company. I make your company look good. Do you see the reviews on Yelp? I don't understand why you're not paying me for my services. This is the biggest problem with a 9-to-5 job, especially jobs that are considered minimum wage. That is a very frustrating term, especially with the inflation rate so damn high in our country. But let's go back to the video. But you're not getting the actual pay that you deserve. Because again, like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, if you don't even need this job right now, and let's say you do need the job, you can always find another job. There are a lot of 9-to-5 jobs. It's just how you leave this job. Now, let's just say you are wanting to get another job that's similar in this area. Before you leave the job, maybe find a similar type of job that offers the same services that you were just working at, and then let them know where you're feeling like, I just feel like I want to make a move and I don't want to leave that job because I'm loyal, but I feel like working for you, I could give you a better experience, whatever. I'm sure there's going to be somebody that's willing to hire you before you leave the other job, and then at that point you might be able to leave the other job. That way, if you're afraid that the manager at your old job calls like anybody else and lets them know don't hire you, that's maybe a way to avoid that, is don't quit your job yet, look for another job first and then leave that job. You know what I mean? Because who needs to know that you quit the job that you hated when you got the job that you wanted? You know what I mean? It does, like, who cares? Another reason why, and this is a very important reason, is that your coworkers are extremely negative. This is a reason why I had to leave the job that I actually liked as a 9-to-5, and it was for a fast food restaurant, and that's what our hamburgers are all about. That's all I'll say. But this was the greatest company, and I was getting a lot of opportunities to get overtime pay. I got very good pay with the managers, and the managers actually respected me somewhat. There was 4 managers and like 3 of them were racist, but one of them was low-key amazing. They also knew that I wasn't playing games with my pay, but it wasn't enough about them giving me my raises that I wanted. The people that I had to work around were just so damn toxic. And I'm gonna be honest, there was one guy and his name was Joel. He was the only one that wasn't negative to me when I would talk to him, and whether he felt different about me when he was talking behind me or whatever, I don't know. There was 3 other guys there that just hated me. They wanted to see me fail. They smiled in my face, but they would be laughing at me at the restaurant. Like they walk out of the freaking restaurant and they're like talking shit about me, like I'm not gonna walk out and go do the same thing I gotta go do out there with them. I gotta clean the tables with you, dude. What the fuck? Why are you talking about me? And the funny thing about it was I was, like always trying to, inspire everybody to, do better, get better. I wanted to make money with some of these guys. I wanted to, build people up with me or help them do their own thing. Not even with like a selfish intention. Like I was just waking up with this energy that they couldn't handle. I think that was the biggest problem. I mean, there was one that was so narcissistic where like, at the time I was going through a lot of problems. Like this was when, I was making okay money, but I was still living paycheck to paycheck. And, when I was going through my toxic relationship and I was almost homeless, this one guy would always try to, make it seem like my shit didn't matter or he was going through something worse. You know what I mean? The bottom line is if they can't handle, your type of energy and how you are embracing, being a business owner one day or an entrepreneur, if they're laughing at you already, you're going to get very frustrated with that. You're going to feel like, why are you here? Why are you in my face? I don't even want to see you. But you have that job, right? This is where, again, you could be making $15 an hour, $20 an hour at that 9 to 5, but it can affect you mentally when you get home. The best thing that you can do in this situation is plan to leave within 6 months to a year, because if this is a job that's giving you good pay, you want to keep the job as long as possible until you can find another job, again, that's similar to the pay. But don't let this job hold you forever because the pay is good. I had a strategic way to get out of there. I was saving up my money. For me, it was a little easier to leave my job at this point with the company I was at that was paying me good, because I had already started making money in real estate and I already had about 15,000 saved up when I left that job. So I was able to leave the company a lot easier. But when I left that company and I walked out of that place, they all thought that I was crazy. That's what's funny. And I'm going to be honest, I'm going to flex any muscle I have right here because they thought I was going to fail. And that's why I'm telling you, you gotta quit if you really don't need that job. Because no matter how much money you're making in that salary job, you're not trying to be on a salary for the rest of your life. Because eventually you want to be financially free, where you just have multiple streams coming from your own source of income. It's not coming from a different person. It's not coming from a company. It's coming from you. I feel like I still got to work at least 5 to 10 years, but I'm only 25. I honestly legit feel like I can retire at 35 if I continue doing the things that I do for the next 10 years. And that's okay, because a lot of people, that's why they say, why are you starting young? That's why I tell them I'm starting young, because if you start young, you have all this time to just like, you know what I mean? The only thing I advise is if you are watching this and you're like 18, 19, 20, don't burn yourself out, because you do have a long time ahead. Enjoy your youth, be disciplined, and also just remember, keep your mental health and energy positive at all times. If this job is just not doing it for you with the people that you have at around you, your coworkers, quit it, end it, say bye. You won't see them anymore. And when you walk out of there like I did at my place, you're gonna feel really good, because I already know you watching this video, you're gonna make it. I'm all about being positive. The last reason, which is very similar to just what I mentioned about having a good paying salary job, is if you're not progressing even in the company that you're working for. Most likely the company you work for is for somebody else. And again, that's the whole thing. Why do you want to work for somebody else for the rest of your life? If you're watching this channel, you definitely want to be your own entrepreneur and be financially free from any other company. You want to be able to just have money coming out of your bank account, or money being sent into your mail, like mailbox money. And you want it to be like monthly. So you don't want to worry about your boss like threatening you on the service that you're providing for the company, and they'll fire you if you don't, like that is just like a mental stress within itself. And that's probably why a lot of people catch themselves staying to these jobs, because it's like a mental manipulation where, mental manipulation, I like that, where a boss will tell you, if you don't, do the right, thing, and if you think that real estate's better, you can lose this job here, because that's what they were telling me at my job. That's why I'm saying if you're not progressing and you're doing good at that job, but your real estate is doing good, they're gonna start looking at that like, okay, you have to choose this or you have to choose this, especially if they like you as an employee. I don't think that my managers are trying to be like rude. I mean, I know that they didn't like that I was making money that quick, and I think they were realizing I could make their salary in a very short amount of time. But I also think that they realized I was a good worker and they did not want to lose me. And I think even though you might have that situation where the manager loves you and you might like that manager is not going to live with you, you know? Even if you have dinner parties with that manager and you guys, you know, go to dinner and her house is an hour away or his house is, you know, 30 minutes away from you, that friendship is not worth your success being, you know, tainted. It's just not, you know? I will tell you this, I don't talk to anybody from my salary jobs. I don't talk to anybody from the 9 to 5. And it's not even like it's by choice. It's just because we don't have anything similar to each other. Nothing. A couple of people I'm obviously reconnecting with because, you know, they're finding their own path in life. And, you know, we're all people that are able to become geniuses. That's how I feel. I'm an ordinary person. I wasn't supposed to be here. I don't feel like I was supposed to even be doing what I'm doing now. My mom had me when she was 16 years old. I wasn't planned. You know, and there's no shots taken at anybody in my family, you know, but I grew up toxic as hell. And everybody was looking at me to be a problem child, and I was going to be a mistake, and I was going to be just lost for the rest of my life. Well, because that's not me. I proved everybody wrong, and I want you to prove everybody wrong if you're watching this. I'm so passionate about it. I've seen a lot of people who are similar like me that I don't even know reach out to me and tell me, you know, from, you know, Instagram, Facebook, I'm on the same trajectory that you are, bro. I'm doing the same thing that you are. And, you know, I don't care what your mom, your dad, your uncle, your cousin have to say, because if it's toxic, it ain't worth it. I don't want to hear it. I know that you're gonna make it because I wasn't supposed to make it. So if I'm making this video, if I have 2 properties and I'm able to make money, go fly out to Florida whenever I want, you're gonna be able to do the same damn thing. So thank you guys again for watching, and remember, go be amazing and have a beautiful day today. Make something positive.